Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more to the meta. So guys, I want to show you recent gameplay that I ran against somebody that used a lot of show defenses. Basically, it's a defense that showed one look. However, after the snap, the defense would be a completely different shell that you would see. Even good players have problems with show defenses. You can get yourself into some bad situations. I actually throw an interception on this guy in this gameplay, and you'll basically see some of the things that he's doing. But this opponent I was running against used a lot of these different types of show defenses. So you'll see like the overlook 3 seam and the nickel invert type stuff and shells. Want to go ahead and just give a shout out to a YouTube channel if you guys haven't seen it already. XandoFootball. He's been dropping some really great content recently, and he's got a little bit over 2,000 subscribers. Go ahead and take a look at it. If you like my content, you like basically how I do things down. This guy is straight like sim. Concepts over like money plays and stuff like that, and this guy will help you take your game to the next level and help you build a foundation to be good at this game pretty much forever. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. Other thing I want to shout out to the following subscribers: Dr. Walter Sims, Tone Gee, B Vic, G Vegas, Ralphie, we got Bab443, and then George Smalls. Thanks for the comments, guys. I really appreciate this. Is the most recent video that I actually just posted, so I really appreciate the videos. Guys, if you are looking for ways to take your game to the next level, I actually have dropped a new ebook. I'll also have added some feedback on ways to read defenses a little bit more efficiently. So this shows you concepts where you can have middle field open and closed, and what to look for, what particular indicators will give you an idea where the shells are. And that's why I want to jump into this video. I wanted to kind of talk about how if a person shows a certain look to you, and basically they do a different types of shell, you can get yourself in some serious trouble. So that's one of the things I want to show you. So my opponent was blending in different types of looks, and it was catching me off guard. Right here you could see this is a type of situation where it's the middle of the field is closed. Basically it means we've got a single high safety, and when you read this type of stuff, you usually think it's going to be maybe some type of a cover 3 or a cover 1 shell. When you look at this type of stuff, but let's go ahead and take a look after the play what my opponent does. I think he was actually running some type of invert type coverage, and it just caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting that type of stuff. So I actually had a bad pass right there, but in this type of situation he is doing this. So all right, so I think it was an invert. I actually flashed, I cut that out a little bit more, but when you see 2 high safeties like so, you see these 2 high safeties, this is what we classify as a middle of the field that's actually open. So in other words, it means there's going to be a post opportunity or streak opportunity up the middle of the field that you can throw. Now when I'm seeing this, I'm going to jump into one of my plays, but I'm anticipating this is going to be some type of a cover 2, a cover 4, or a cover 6 when I'm looking at these type of coverages. And what happened is this guy actually kind of got me in a situation where he baited me into making a misplay. So let's see here. What do I jump into? I actually flip the play, and then I jump into which I assume is my cover 2 beater. Let's see if I run the ball, or actually no. I jump into basically this route concept right here, which essentially is my, I've got my whip dig route and I've got an out route, and I misread this play completely. These guys all float up. They float up. This guy actually falls into a hard flat right here, so he's in a hard flat, and the safeties roll, even though I'm seeing cover 2. So I'm looking at this guy right here, and I'm seeing there's a defender, that this guy's floating up, and there's a defender sitting right there. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I can't throw that. I'm looking to this route right here, and I didn't have anywhere. This guy is actually floating into the zone. And then what I did is I've seen some situations when I'm running this play where this hard defender comes down, but he actually floats up. This was the right read, but I misread this ball and throw it into coverage. That is a bad pass. This is a bad pass, but because this guy was running coverages that you don't normally see online, like the cover 3 cloud coverage, it caught me off guard, and he was showing me cover 2 before he snapped the ball. So this guy actually was using show defenses and was messing me up on my reads. So let's see here, 4th and 7 situation. I go ahead and jump back into it again, and basically with this, he's showing me 2 high safety. This is what I'm looking at. I'm seeing these guys on the outside leverage. This guy's inside leverage. So this is definitely middle of the field is open in this type of situation. So I should be able to hit these seam areas. So this should be a cover 2. It should be, you know, a cover 4 type shell or a cover 6. That's what I'm initially reading. I'm really reading more than anything else. I'm reading cover 2 zone. So, you know, that's where I'm thinking I'm going to be able to go with the ball. So I jump into this particular play, which essentially is a shark, and I streak up this guy right here. This is my number 1, and then I'm going to jump down to number 2, and then I'm going to go right here for my number 3, and those are my reads. Now I'm watching my number 1. I'm watching the safety with the anticipation that this safety is going to slide out. That's my read. I'm looking for the safeties to slide out, and I'm going to be able to hit this guy right here in the middle of the field if he's in a cover 2 shell or maybe a cover 6. So that's what I'm watching with this particular play. And let's see here. I streaked up the guy once again just to get a better release. Look what happens with the safety. Right here in this type of situation, this safety actually kind of jumps in the middle of the field. This guy slides up in the middle of the field. This guy slides up. And these defenders are playing down. So this is catching me off guard right now. I'm not prepared for this. So I know that this route right here is dead. I can't do this. So I got to look to my next progression, which is going to be this little route right here. Slide over. Look how this defender comes down and takes away my next progression. So I'm kind of screwed. And then I could see the running back comes down, and he's open in the window. But here's the problem. I have not been able to throw this ball successfully in this little window right here with my route progressions. It just seems to be a little bit tight. And of course, what happens is the ball sails and its defensive back picks it off. So this guy was running coverages that just were catching me off guard, and as a result, I threw an interception. Now, fortunately for me, I got to stop on defense myself. I get the ball back. But now I want to go ahead and see, you know, he's showing me the same type of situation. I've got an open field look. I've got 2 safeties. I'm anticipating these guys out. This guy slided out a little bit. This guy slid in. I'm looking at this. I'm thinking this is cover 2 zone. This is what it should be. But because my opponent is giving me show defenses, I'm not going to be able to see that. So what I do is I slide this guy out. I'm going to run the ball and see what happens. But look what happens right here with the coverages. This guy kind of slides up. He slides up. He comes down. He slides up. This is a cover 3 shell. Fortunately for me, I get some pretty good blocking with my running game. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is the overload 3 seam. This shows cover 2. It shows cover 2, but really it's a cover 3 zone. This is a good defense to have in your arsenal, especially if you're going to be using cover 2 shells. You can go ahead and throw this into your scheme. So I just wanted to point this out, that this is a defense that I was having problems with pretty much for the majority of this game against my opponent. But once I started kind of relying on the run and not giving this guy any kind of opportunity, I jumped into different types of stuff. But it was basically catching him off. So he's showing me the same type of a defense again. His guy's in line. I'm going to go ahead and motion this guy out and try to go ahead and run on the backside because I've been showing this guy runs off to the wide side of the field. But I'm going to do that backside stretch play, and right here I get a really good run with Chubb, and I'll pick up 6 yards with it. So now he jumps into cover 2. So it's like he's playing a mind game with me. He's showing me cover 2, but showing cover 3, cover 2. Very difficult to read if you know how to read coverages. Some people don't know how to read coverages, but that's what I do, is I can read coverages, and this is why a show defense is something you want to have in your back pocket to go ahead and use against your opponent. It can be very confusing to show your opponent one look and actually give them another look. So, okay, once again, 2 high safeties. I've got leverage on the outside, I've got leverage on the inside, and I've got this guy outside. I'm seeing cover 2 zone. This is what my coverage I'm looking at. But this guy's got me gun shy. He's kind of like caught me off guard a little bit. So let's see what I do. I go ahead and wheel concept. I should slide this guy out. I think I just snapped the ball. And safety, this guy comes down. This guy comes up. He comes up. He's playing kind of a flat type situation. See how this guy's actually matching right here, and this guy's coming down, he's coming out. I'm not seeing what I want. It's just definitely not there. He came out and then came back. I probably could have hit the wheel, but I just didn't like this. And this is, the Buffalo Bills is a really good defense. One of the rare things I normally do, I rarely scramble with my quarterback. If you got me scrambling with my quarterback, you're definitely playing a mind game with me on offense, because I take it, snap it, read the defense, get rid of the ball, and steal yards. I don't run with my quarterback. I don't try to let games break or plays break down. I just get rid of the ball as quickly as possible, and that's why a lot of people have a hard time defending me, because as quickly as I get rid of the ball, they can't wait for that. So he was an overload 3 seam again, show me cover 2, but it was actually a cover 3 shell. Caught me off guard with that. So that's one of the things. Right here, this is going to be basically a middle of the field close. So single high safety in this type of situation is probably going to be cover 3 zone, or it's going to be some type of man coverage. Now we're going to come back to this a little bit later on. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into my dig whip concept. Let's go ahead and just show you my reads. I think he adjusted his defense right here. So this is going to be my 1, this is going to be my 2, and then this is going to be my 3. And I'm taking off the quarterback, settling for a field goal if I have to. It's man coverage. I got leverage. There's my throw right here. I got this guy wide open. He's going to go into the end zone and actually get into the end zone for me. So this guy's playing mind games with me. He's showing me different looks and showing me different types of coverages. He's got me guessing, and that's always difficult to stop. So right here, scores tied both. He's showing me once again a cover 2 coverage. I start jumping into different coverages. So right here I jump into this shark halfback wheel type play. This play is designed to get a 1-play touchdown or get a huge gainer with this tight end route. He's usually going to be wide open right here against, basically a cover 2 zone type coverage. Cover 4 matches don't match up correctly, neither do cover 6s. So that's going to be my area. Right here is what I'm going to look to as my first read, and I'll have to make my progressions from there. But look what happens with the safety. The safety kind of comes up, plays this route. This guy kind of comes up, plays a route. And I actually have to check it down. He's in this overload 3 coverage, messing up my reads. And this is my Achilles heel in this entire game. He was showing me cover 2, and he was showing this cover 3 seam type play. It was messing me up completely. So you want to throw that into your scheme too. So back at it again. Basically got single high safety, so the middle of the field is closed. It's going to be basically a cover 3 or cover 1 unless he's showing me some type of a coverage. And I think this is where he actually goes into an invert defense to throw me off. I jump into this particular play right here. I believe I've got this route on the outside available to me, but I actually throw over the top right here into a zone right there. He clicks on. That was a tight read, but look what he does. Cover 2 invert. So the cover 2 invert shows cover 3, but then actually is a cover 2 shell. So these are things that you can do. These are things that you can do to throw your opponent off guard if they know how to read the coverages. I just go into, I know how to read coverages and how to break down coverages. This guy was doing the complete opposite, so then I have to make my progressions under the right coverages. So this guy's a lot harder than it looks. Even though I was able to go ahead and pull this game out, I really struggled against this guy completely. So let's see here. Single high safety in this type of situation. I think what I did is, did I flip the play or run it stock? So I do a little inside zone. Usually I like to have my double set on the far side right there. But you can see he's in another invert type defense showing me cover 2. Right here, a cover 3 type shell. In this type of situation, I go ahead and jump into a play that let's see if I do the bench stop play. I do. Okay, so he's been showing me these shells. So basically what I'm looking for is I'm looking to this guy 1, this is my 2, this is my 3 over the middle of the field, and this is my 4. So I'm looking wide side to the left because the way this guy's running his coverages, these guys slide out. So I don't like this route concept right here. This is dead to me. So now I'm going to look over the middle of the field, and you can see this is wide open. And I'm able to go and get a completion and move the ball up and get a big yard gainer right there in that type of situation. So he's using nickel trap plays. So he's using inverted defenses, nickel traps, showing me cover 3, but giving me a cover 2 look. And that's how you could throw interceptions if you don't read the ball and make your progressions afterwards. So fortunately for me, I was settling in on my progressions with him. But this guy he was showing me defenses and giving me a different type of shell out there. So back at it again right here, second in 3 situation. I'm going to try to run the ball from this guy as much as possible because I don't want to get trapped into throwing to wrong coverages. So right here I'm just using this little RPO stretch. You didn't really have much of an answer to it. Let's see here. What did I jump into? I just jumped into inside stretch play right here. He gets a nice little tackle. 2nd and goal. I'm chewing up the clock against him. Now, this is where he's got his guys pressed. So he's got his guys pressed down like so. This looks like it's going to be some type of a man press coverage. So my goal is to just jump into something that's going to beat man press. I jump into Y sail. And in this particular play, I'm looking to the 1. And then I'm looking to the 2. This is my 3, and this is my 4. I don't want to throw down to the flat. I'm not going to get the ball in the end zone, so I want to try to go ahead and get the ball, in the end zone. You see the coverage right here. I know it's man coverage. These guys, he beats his dude, and basically I've got these route concepts that are pulling these defenders out to the far side, meaning I'll be able to hit this dig route on the inside, and I get a good animation. He clicks on and pulls himself out of position, and as a result, I'm able to get a touchdown right before we go into half. So that worked out for me. I think he did an onside kick, give me a short field. So now he's showing me cover 3, but I think he jumps into an invert type coverage. Let's go ahead and take a look. So now he's basically cover 3. So this guy, you might think it's random on the plays he's picking, but he's not. He's picking pretty deliberate plays, and he's using show defenses to catch people off guard. I made for the most part in the first half. I wasn't making really tight progressions, but in the second half, I had to settle down a little bit and not get cavalier about my reads. So back at it again with this particular play. So once again, if these look like 2 safeties, these guys, they're cloud flats. He's a zone flat. He's a zone flat. Here's another cloud flat. If he's playing cover 2, this is going to be a touchdown. And the reason why is that this guy's going to get over the middle of the field wide open. So he's been using this cover 3 shell against me, but right here, look at the safeties. Safeties slide out. Safeties slide out. These guys do clouds. These guys kind of sit in their little hook zones. Got another cloud right here. Wait a second, and you can see I do an inside pass lead right in the middle of the field. Catch the ball with my tight end and actually get the ball in the end zone. And basically cause a rage quit. I think this guy actually ended up quitting out against me. So once again, guys, I thank you for your support. Thank you for the comments. I really appreciate it. If you don't do it already, man, I really recommend taking a look at some of these show defenses. If you guys like to use a particular defense like a cover 3 or a cover 4 shell or whatever, you want to blend in other types of shells just to kind of catch your opponent off guard. So that's why I usually do base align defenses. I want to show my opponent one look, and then I'm going to go ahead and change up my shells accordingly. So thank you for your support, guys. Until next time.